Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all genders and identities and sexualities. Welcome back to another Doctor Who review. And today's review is of The Wild Blue Yonder. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Quick reminder. This is a spoiler reminder. Warning. So if you haven't watched Wild Blue Yonder already, then I highly recommend that you do not on any circumstance go any further in this video. Is that clear? Right, back into the video. Well, The Wild Blue Yonder. Where to start? Well, after Donna's little tea fiasco, coffee fiasco, because the TARDIS loves tea, we travel across time to 1666 and meet Sir Isaac Newton when he's discovering gravity, which is joked about very highly and throughout this episode that gravity, due to him not hearing what the Doctor and Donna say, is now Mavity because of timey-wimey stuff. But then we leave Sir Isaac Newton and we go crashing back through time and we end up on a space station. The TARDIS is broken and the Doctor and Donna luckily escape unscathed as The Wild Blue Yonder, a US fighter pilot song, starts playing. The Doctor gazes in after flames burst out of the TARDIS door and checks the damage. The damage is way too much, so, wanting to fix what's happened to the TARDIS, the Doctor installs a sonic screwdriver to figure out a way of resetting the TARDIS and going back to normal. Little does he know, this also causes the TARDIS to fly off as it senses danger. Minus the TARDIS ditching them, Donna starts to panic, as she is not only on a spaceship in the middle of space somewhere, without a TARDIS, but she's without her family, the one she left behind. And so she starts to stress and ask the Doctor if they will ever get off of this space station. To which he replies, anything is possible. And he also mentions the fact that the TARDIS has a system in which whatever's on that space station, whatever's gone wrong, once it's solved, everything will go back to normal. As the story progresses, the Doctor and Donna soon learn that they need to do something to the ship to get it moving again, and hopefully to get all the systems back intact. Whilst doing this, the Doctor sets to work on some water tanks, whilst Donna is left organising some files. As the pair get on with their tasks, one sees the other turn up in their room and starts waffling away to them. And as they do, they begin to realise something strange. My arm's too long, says one of them to the other in one of the rooms. My arm's too long, says the other in the other room. And this instantly isn't that uncommon, but then one of them brings up food, which is Donna. Donna talks to the Doctor, or who she believes to be the Doctor, about the fact that she hasn't eaten. And the Doctor, well, who she thinks is the Doctor, looks up at her and goes, oh, we eat, don't we? To which she instantly rushes out of the room, realising that something's up. Meanwhile, the Doctor realises that the doppelganger of Donna has two big arms two giant big arms. And so the chase begins as our friends find themselves running away from doppelgangers of themselves, confused, afraid, and irrational, still trying to figure out what on earth is going on and who or what these creatures are. After reaching a certain distance, our two giant friends get caught along the hull of the spaceship and temporarily, are stuck. The Doctor and Donna look up at their giant selves, confused and worried and scared all at the same time, wondering why this is happening and who or why they are after them. As the chase continues, our friends find themselves climbing up boards on the wall, hoping to get to another level of access as they watch the creatures chasing them untangle back into their one true forms. Our friends are split up as they go their separate ways. The Doctor going down one hallway and Donna going down the other. Paranoid, but still full of absolute adrenaline, they run, trying to hopefully cross paths once again with one another, as their duplicates hunt them down, marching around the place like vampires or soldiers on a march. As our friends find themselves in another room, they must face their other selves and start to begin to question who's real and who's not. The Doctor looks over at Donna, or at least who he thinks is Donna, and she starts to bring up the flux and the fact that he is not indeed from Gallifrey. And this starts to play on his heartstrings. He remembers the actions of the flux, and he remembers, or at least they remember, what they tried to do when they were a woman. The doppelganger tries to reassure the Doctor that it wasn't his fault, only to play more on his heartstrings and hopefully gain his trust. And so they almost do. Meanwhile, Donna, face to face with the Doctor's doppelganger, asks the Doctor where she's from, knowing full well that he doesn't know the full extent of where she's from in Chiswick. She waffles on about her life and her growing up and her grandparents, and to try and prove that he's the Doctor, the doppelganger takes off his tie. But little does he remember the fact that if you drop an item, it still exists, even when you take it off. And so, the tie disappears, and that's when Donna knows that she is face to face with the doppelganger, and not the real person in question. After a lot of chasing up and down corridors and hunting from their doppelgangers, the Doctor manages to trap the doppelgangers behind a sheet of glass, trying to understand them, trying to learn why they are copying them. And so the Doctor opens the shield, only to learn that the reason the airlock door opened 3 years ago is because the captain decided to kill himself. The captain done this so that the creatures on board would never be able to escape out into the universe, to make sure that they would be imprisoned. And so, trying not to think, but being irritated by the question, why did the captain do it? Why did they do anything? The doppelgangers and Donna and the Doctor soon learn that the spaceship is one giant bomb, and the robot that they discover at the very beginning of the story is actually a guard, slowly counting down the seconds to get to the self-destruct, hoping to imprison the monsters on the ship forever and kaboom them into atoms. After speeding up the process, the Doctor and Dunter rush down the gangway against their doppelgangers, trying to make sure that the bomb goes off and that they, yes, that they get back to the TARDIS. But something steps in their way. As the detonation is triggered, the Doctor takes who he thinks to be Donna onto the TARDIS and flies away, only to have to fly back at the last second when he soon realises that he has mistaken his friend for one of the doppelgangers. The pair sit in comfort towards the end of the story, confiding in one another and the horrors and the atrocities they have just faced. As one story ends, another shall begin, as we come back to Earth to meet Wilfred Mott. What a great old soldier he is. And the Doctor soon learns, at the end of the episode, that something on Earth is not quite right. Quick foremention to the late, great Bernard Cribbins. Your performance in this scene is impeccable, as has your performance in every scene you have ever played as Wilfred Mott. So, to you, sir, I salute you, and rest in peace, my friend. So, Wild Blue Yonder. Was it a good story? Yes. It was full of horror, thrills, turning points, jump scares, and even more, the horror of one's own reflection and the abyss of time itself. A great simple story about two characters facing themselves and facing the horror of being abandoned in space. How much better can it get than that? Although, if I did have to be slightly picky, the only thing I wish is that the robot had been established to be something more important in the early stages of this story. Other than that, the slowness, the purpose behind everything in this story was incredible, and for that reason I have to give it a solid 9 out of 10. Fantastically written by Russell T Davies, and sir, come on, what you got for us next? Yeah, because these stories, magnifico, beautiful, lovely, as Del Boy might put, lovely jubbly, mate, lovely jubbly. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you in another Doctor Who review. But until next time, stay beautiful, stay amazing, and you know what? To all you Whovians out there, I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back. Until then, there must be no tears, no regrets. Just go forward in all your beliefs and prove to me that I am not mistaken in mine. Goodbye, my dears. Goodbye, you beautiful people.